like I thought about that earlier, and I was like, oh, I know if I say this to Fred, Fred's gonna flip out.
Yeah, look, y'all, this is what happens on this show. We start talking before the show starts, and some good shit comes out, and we gotta immediately hit start broadcast. Welcome to Keyboard Wars. My name's Eddie Law. That's Fred Kirby. That's Jason Duakawa. And we just talked about, okay, so me and Fred were talking about the R. Kelly thing, right? How like maybe the whole R. Kelly thing and everything, and that kind of ruined his music for us. And we talked way more than just that detail. But then we also talked about how Jesse he didn't watch that documentary that just came out, whatever, on him, because he won't give him time. And I said, well, Jesse's not watching the card this weekend because Greg Hardy's on it. Like he does whatever he will not support or give eyes or time or anything like that, right? Right, Jesse?
This is true.
Anything pertaining to it, though. So let's make it clear for the record. He ain't talking about skipping Greg Hardy's fight, Jack. He's talking about skipping the whole fucking card. So,
and it hurts. It hurts me to even say that, because like there are some legit good fights. Cowboys on this, the Paige Van Zandt fight, Yancy Medeiros. Yeah, like there's some really, really good fights that I would be excited to see. But yeah, like it puts me in a hard position, because I just don't want to give Greg Hardy any of my time or energy or anything. So by me even watching or even subscribing to ESPN Plus for this weekend's fights, it just, I don't know, it gives me a bad feeling. And like I was saying earlier, and this is what set Fred off, and I'm sure this is what Eddie was waiting for me to say, is that's like saying I'm not going to listen to the R. Kelly parts of the song, but I'll still listen to said song and just listen to everybody else rap on it or whoever else sings on it, but I'll just skip over R. Kelly's parts. Like, no, that's not how it works, man. I would like to hear Fred's rebuttal.
Oh, Fred just walked away.
He walked away. Oh my God.
We'll get his attention. He probably had to go do something. No, look, here's the thing about that. Like, oh shit, he fell off. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't know. He'll be back. But anyway, okay, so here's the thing. Like, honestly, I give you shit little credit because you actually stick to that. Like, you legit will skip the entire card. That's not fucking hard for you. You just skip it because you do stick to your, to what you believe in, and then you won't, you'll skip that fight. Or you skip the whole card, and you won't, give him any. When was the last time you did this shit? You did this before. You did this with the Greg Hardy and the tough whatever fights or the Dana White's.
This is the thing though. Like there aren't that many instances in the UFC really where you kind of feel this way. But here's the thing. You can also call me a hypocrite because a lot of people would say, well, then you don't support the NFL, which my Rams, they're doing so well.
You gotta watch
the Rams on Sunday. I've been a Rams fan for so long, but I understand how people could not support the NFL right now. With all the stuff that's been going on with the different players and all those allegations and stuff.
Right.
So it's, and I understand what people say, but I mean, it's just really hard for me. Like, I was gonna ask you guys to help me through this, and I understand like either just not watching this fight or just maybe watching the highlights afterwards. I don't know. Like, I still don't know how to approach this, because now he's a co-main event to this weekend's card, right? And so it makes it difficult because he's like a big focal point of the event. No matter how much you want to avoid him, it's not like you can just not watch the prelims.
When they put you
on the main card,
right? When they put you on the co-main event, they're saying something. You know what I mean? Like, they know your draw. And Robert Zersey saying, Jesus always had hardcore rules. He did. So here, also wrote him down. Allegedly. Other people wrote it down for him, but whatever. We're not going to get to Bible history. Anyway, but look, dude, you're right. Look, he's a big part of it. He's a co-main event. It's going to be hard to miss. Yeah, dude, it's kind of hard. Like, because it's not like you can watch any of it. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to find a workaround. Like, the only way I could think to help you here is if like you have FaceTime and I can like FaceTime you the main event. like I'm watching it, right? I'm watching it. I could just like set up my camera, my phone right here, just on the TV. There you go, Jesse. Enjoy. Like not even directly, just super indirectly watching the fight. No, but that's a hard one. I wonder how many people actually do that though. You know what I mean? Like stick to that, or like a lot of people like right now the whole Me Too movement and everyone's obviously should be against domestic violence and all that. I wonder how many people actually take that stance though. Where like I'm not gonna watch it. I think a lot of people take the whole I'm watching to see if he gets knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the other problem is that a lot of people like, you know, and it's up to everybody. You know, everybody has their own way of thinking about it, right? Like I have a strong feeling about, you know, giving that guy any time of day, but I also understand how, you know, what was it like? What was it a couple weeks ago when Brendan Schaub was telling everybody not to support John Jones at the pay-per-view, right?
Right.
Yeah, you know, he's a big seller like for Cyborg and all this stuff. And you know, he's like, "Oh, I'm a big Cyborg fan," and blah blah blah, blah. You know, she needs to make the money. Yet he's telling all his quote unquote fans to not pay for her pay-per-view and not watch it. You know, and yet still one of the biggest pay-per-views, you know, of the year. Or maybe it was the biggest no, it was the second, right? Because Connor fought last year. So
yeah, I think it was second.
It's probably like second or third of the year. So Fred, what do you suggest? What do you think a person like me should do? And then this is a serious question. It's not like no BS, like, well, just you know, watch it through your fingers, or you know.
I'm enjoying this for real.
No, okay. My apologies for disappearing for a minute. Are we still talking about the whole Greg Hardy thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, listen. If you're not gonna fucking, you know, just nut up and get over it, which is what I think you should do, but if you're not, I think you should just fight. I think it's really as simple as that. If we're being serious about this, you're not going to boycott the UFC. So stop it. There's no sense in boycotting the one event. Now, boycotting him personally, I can see, and just being like, yo, I'm not going to watch that motherfucker fight. When it's his fight, it's time to fucking take a goddamn smoke break or a sandwich break or a fucking Budweiser break, whatever the fuck your preference is. It's time to fuck off, and, you know, you don't have to support him, and you can still support the product. And listen, don't be fucking bullshitting me, goddammit. There's a goddamn Mexican at the top of this card. I'll kiss your ass in third man if you don't sneak in to watch your brethren fight at the end of the fucking show. If you say that you don't watch this card, I want you going live during the main event, motherfucker, because I want to make sure that you're not watching. I don't buy that old Cejudo is going to perform and you ain't going to fucking sneak a peek.
Well, wait. You're talking about a Mexican that beat one of my favorite fighters in the entire universe by the most smallest of margins, and is out there saying he conquered the world. So he's not my favorite guy in the whole wide world. So I could definitely get his fight.
Listen, he's still Mexican. Don't play coy with me. You ain't gonna fucking be missing this fight. And I tell you what, listen, on a side note, we did go back and me and the homie Kyle went back and we rewatched Cejudo Mighty Mouse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, when I first watched the fight, I almost kind of felt like I still gave it to Mighty Mouse. Cejudo won that fight. It was boring and he didn't really do much. Mm-hmm. But like all things considered, he won the fight. He got his little 2 or 3 takedowns. He held him down for a minute or two a couple times. He didn't do no real damage, but DJ didn't really do shit either. So, I mean, fair enough. But we're going to talk about him versus TJ, which I think is dumb as fuck. But we're gonna get into all that.
It is dumb as fuck. No, for sure. No, and I rewatched that fight too, and I honestly find myself like looking at my phone half the fight because it's like it was not a lot happened.
Right? You know what, and this isn't really fair for me to say because I know that DJ did finish a lot of his championship fights and blah blah blah. But for some reason, for me at least, that fight was kind of indicative of the whole flyweight division.
Okay, well, you know what? Funny you say that because they had the media scrum. TJ Dillashaw said that he doesn't really care what happens to the flyweight division, but he's going to go for the belt.
I don't. And this whole thing seems strange to me. I don't know why they're doing this. Ariel Helwani on his show tried to make it this big, extravagant thing. Like if Cejudo loses, they're going to fold the flyweight.
Yeah.
If Cejudo loses, they're going to fold the flyweight division.
That's what I'm assuming.
If he wins, they might possibly keep it and all this bullshit like that. Man, all that's bullshit. Cejudo, and no matter what Ariel tells you, Cejudo's not a draw. Okay, he's not a big draw. He shoots his mouth off, but it feels awkward, and he's not Colby. There's only room for one Colby Covington in the sport at a time. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We had Chael, now we got Colby. Cejudo isn't going to do it, at least not to that degree. He's not. I don't give a fuck if he comes out and sleeps TJ with one punch. His little monkey ass is not saving the flyweight division. Y'all can forget about that. You too, Ariel. That's not happening. If DJ couldn't save it with his fucking streak and the aura that came with that, Cejudo ain't saving it with nothing.
No, and I'm with you. Real quick, because you just reminded me just by saying Ariel. Back to the Great Hardy thing. Sorry, I know we're skipping back. We'll talk about TJ Cejudo here in a minute. But Ariel, I think he was on First Take, and I didn't see it. I've heard all about it. I was looking for the clip before the show, and I couldn't find it. But Ariel went off saying they calling the UFC tone deaf for putting Greg Hardy and Rachel Ostovich on the same card. And we talked about this before, right? But Jesse, what do you think?
I think Ariel is the fakest, quote unquote, journalist out there, and he's the type of person that everybody hates, right? Like he changes his stance according to what his followers think he should say. So he's like, oh, I got a lot of women now. Yeah, Greg Hardy, he's a terrible person. But didn't he have Greg Hardy on his show?
He tried to. I think Greg Hardy canceled on his ass after he said that shit.
Okay, so then we know where Mr. Ariel's, where he soaks his oats, right? Like,
well, hey, look,
he just kind of falls to the wind of whatever people want, and if he tries to take a stand, we know he doesn't have the spine to keep it. So who cares about that guy? He's just an idiot that he's worse than a jellyfish, man. Like with this whole thing, like how do you say that but yet try to have Greg Hardy on your show? Plus, how do you say that, for example, like, oh, the whole thing with what's the manager, the shady manager?
Ali,
right? You never take a stand against him, but yet you have all his fighters, and you even have Ali on your show all the time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so spineless to the point that, like, you just got to ignore everything he says, man.
But by the way, for those wondering, they were talking about, who's Ariel's getting all this information, all these fucking scoops and shit. Where do you think? His boy Ali. Okay, so but you're right, guys like that, it's just gross. But the tone deaf thing, I mean, Fred, we know he's right. He's not wrong. He's right. But UFC don't give a fuck. It ain't about feelings.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, and the reality is at this point, Greg Hardy's probably a bigger draw than Rachel Ostovich. So if it came right down, I mean, don't get me wrong, Rachel Ostovich is a beautiful looking broad. So you want to have that on your screen. But at the end of the day, like, it's all about numbers, and Greg Hardy's straight controversy. Like, first off, he's probably I shouldn't say he's a better fighter than Rachel Ostovich, but at this point in time, regular Joe Blow is more interested in watching Greg Hardy fight than the super hot fucking Hawaiian broad. Yeah. Sad, but true. So this is their first show on ESPN. I would imagine, although another discussion to be had would be that this card isn't very strong to be its first card on ESPN. But you would think, obviously, they're trying to make an impression. It's their debut card. This is what we've all been waiting for. For those of us that have been around for over a decade, I always allude to it, but for those of us who have been around since the Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor days, and all the other shitbird sponsors that we went through to get here, this was always the goal. I remember watching fucking Dana White interviews with Ariel Helwani fucking 10 years ago, and him talking about one of these days we're going to be on UFC, and this was on when we were on Spike. This was before the deal with Fox was done. This was always the plan.
ESPN's always the goal.
This was always the fucking plan. And now we're finally fucking here. And to be frank, it feels a little humdrum. My point in saying all that is Greg Hardy is just a little bit of sexy drama that this fucking card needs. And his funny ass ain't going nowhere. Listen, did he hit Rachel? No. Fine. Fuck it. He said, now, I'm not saying I agree with it, but I'm saying that's probably the UFC's general consensus. Dana White did say that they asked Rachel. She said, I don't give a fuck. Cool, my beef was not with him. So they were probably like, cool beans. Fuck you, Joe Blow. Take your fucking opinion in your podcast and stick it right where the sun don't shine. We're trying to get some numbers on ESPN.
Exactly. Now, if you remember the first UFC on Fox card was Cain Velasquez defending against JDS. And the fight ended real quick, which they didn't mind the finish. They didn't want it that goddamn early, right? Right. So they weren't gonna stick a huge giant title fight on ESPN Plus. But
that fight was huge going into it, though.
Yeah, massive fight.
Heavyweight fucking championship of the world.
We talked about it. It was kind of like, dude, be on like pay-per-view. What are we doing? But cool, we'll take it free. You know what I mean? So they were trying to make a big impression. So instead, now they're going to go with Cejudo TJ, which should still be a solid fight in my opinion. But we'll get into it right now, actually. So yeah, UFC on ESPN Plus this Saturday.
God damn, that reminds me. I gotta order this punk ass now. This motherfucking card gonna cost me $5.
Right. Go to ESPN, obviously.com. They have little ESPN Plus somewhere on the top bar. All right, and it's a 7-day. Oh, shout out to Jeremiah hanging out here. He says, "Hardcore MMA says, what up, my hardcore MMA brothers and sisters? What's up, Jeremiah? You do get a 7-day trial. Okay, so if you want to order it and then cancel it, you can do that. If you just want to do it for this one card, but remember, they're going to have a bunch of shit on here. Like for ESPN Plus cards, remember the UFC countdown they used to do on YouTube? For ESPN Plus cards, it's only on ESPN Plus. I got to watch it, and it's actually not bad. So,
it's $5 a month, right?
Right, $5 a month.
All right, so stop being fucking cheap, you pricks. That's 60 fucking bucks a year.
Did you see though?
Cheaper than fucking Fight Pass shit.
Did you see that shit that they put up? What up, Raider? Did you see that shit that they put on MMA Reddit where it's like the total is like for a whole year? To watch the entire, like every UFC fight is gonna be like over $2,000.
Yeah, I did see something like that. Oh well, whatever. Welcome to the party, you sneaky cheating cocksuckers. I've been fucking paying that tab for the last fucking decade. All you streaming illegal pricks, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? Yeah. So
podcast got real quiet then, didn't it? You son of a bitches.
No,
you've been fucking streaming for a month of Sundays.
I'll tell you what, Fred.
I've been using my tricks.
Sadly, I'm with you in the same boat. If I don't buy it, I used to go watch it at Buffalo Wild Wings here close to me, but guess what? Their contract ran out, so they don't have them at Buffalo Wild Wings near me anymore. So now it's either I buy it or I miss it. So I'm not the Eddie Law of the podcast here.
Let me tell you something. I'm not acting like I'm holier than thou. I would cheat like a motherfucker. I would stream the shit out of their shit if I could. They can kiss my ass, Jack. They got me kicked off of Instagram. I'll never forgive them for that. I'd stream the fuck out of their shit if I could. I'm just not smart enough to. Every time I try to find one of these punk ass streams, I can't find it. Or when I do find it, it's in fucking Bangladesh, fucking Chinese cocksucker list. Yeah, fuck it. I'll just pay the goddamn money.
We'll talk about after the show. I'll tell you how to get the pay-per-views much cheaper, at least.
Hey, now.
Anyway, yeah. Allegedly as fuck. All right. So ESPN Plus again. It's gonna be all fully streamed online prelims and is it divided into
no. Here's the thing. It has a very weird setup. The first 3 fights.
What the fuck? Yeah. Fucking prelims are on ESPN themselves.
Yeah, no. The first 3 fights. The early prelims that would originally be on Fight Pass, all the people that are paying attention, are on ESPN Plus, the app.
You're right.
The actual prelims, the 4 fights before the main card, are on ESPN, the channel.
That's bullshit.
And then the main card is back on ESPN Plus, the app. So I don't know why in the fuck they do shit like this. They couldn't make it more confusing. I mean,
is it more confusing than, well, you got to go to FS2, but if the baseball game, you got to go to FS1. Wait, they've got another game there, so you got to go to FX or FX Plus or whatever the hell.
Yeah, that's true. That was pretty rough.
ESPN has ESPN 1, ESPN 2, ESPN the U, ESPN. I don't know if the Oach is a real thing, but stuff.
We're on ESPN the U and shit. Like, all right, university. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Fuck your lacrosse game. We got fights.
UFC Bangladesh is coming through.
That'd be the best shit ever. Okay, so we're going ESPN Plus back to ESPN and ESPN Plus again. So Raider said that much on the comment sections here. So shit, man, I'm doing the live tweeting for the card on Saturday. I have to figure this shit out because I don't have cable. I ain't paying that shit, but I'll figure it out. But again, headlined by Cejudo against TJ Dillashaw. What up?
Can't you watch it once you get the app, or is that still like is that a completely separate thing?
You have the channel. Right, the channel you have to have cable for. You have to have a subscription to whatever. which is
or like
obviously
Sling or some bullshit like that. Like you got to pay for ESPN in some capacity, Jay.
Right, which Sling is still like $20, $30 depending on the package. Sometimes $40 depending on the package that you get. And it's honestly, I've had it before. I had it for 1 month and it was not fucking worth it. But to me, but I also don't.
Hulu's pretty good.
Huh?
Hulu's pretty good.
I have Hulu. I got the Groupon. It's like $2 a month for a year. After that though, I'm out. But
yeah. Did you get the one with the live TV?
No.
No.
All right.
Time out. Is ESPN on there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh fuck! Really?
It's like I got the special Vato where you get it for $2 a month. After that, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Exactly how it's gonna be.
For the first year, they got $24 out of me. That's it.
Hey, they're shutting down government left and right and shit, putting up walls. I gotta be cheap. Fuck that.
Fair fucking point.
Anyway,
not getting my tax returns.
Not getting tax returns. Yeah. But hey, why are they still taking taxes out of my fucking check though? You're not using the money, motherfuckers.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I fold quick on my shit. I'm like, yeah, man, fuck that wall, Jack. When I heard they were keeping our tax, I'm like, you know what? You can have the wall. It ain't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm out on that.
I don't know nobody in Mexico anyways. Like, go ahead and build that motherfucker, Jack. We need that money.
Oh fuck, man! $5 billion for a stupid fence. Anyway, all right. So yeah, early prelims on ESPN Plus, 4 o'clock. Looks like my time. So I think 3. It's gonna be 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Dennis Bermudez is on that. Bilal Muhammad is on there. Then the prelims card on ESPN themselves. Cowboy Cerrone's on ESPN, man. I thought before you pointed out that I was on ESPN, I was like, fuck, why is Cowboy on the prelims? Now I know why he's on the prelims. It's on fucking ESPN for everybody to watch against Alexander Hernandez. That's a fucking solid booking right there, or at least a solid setup on the card themselves. But the main card is a nice 6-fight card on ESPN Plus. Glover Teixeira against Carl Roberson. Who was he supposed to fight before? Someone got hurt. Right?
I forget, but yeah, somebody did get hurt. I forget though. So many fucking fights get made and shit these days.
Raider on the Raider, you know, because if I fucking start pulling up shit on my computer, it's gonna slow down to a fucking creep. But let me know if you know who he's supposed to fight again, to begin with. But then Paige Van Zandt against Rachel Ostovich, Joseph. Oh yeah, everyone's gonna go watching that one.
Hold on, whoa, chill out. We can't just be glossing over that fight that fast. You understand?
All right, let's talk about that fight.
We have to take a moment here, and let me tell you something, Jack. This ain't the Luke Thomas show. I'm not here to talk about arm bars and wrestling. You understand me?
I know.
I got a simple question to ask you, gentlemen. Is this the hottest fight that has ever happened in the UFC?
I can't think of a better one right now.
Bar none. Are these the two most attractive people who have ever shared a cage in MMA? Fuck the UFC. In MMA, period. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say yes. I cannot think of a time where there have been two better looking. I ain't really into blondes, to be fair with you. But like, this is the hottest fight in MMA history. And I think that needs to be acknowledged. It's important.
I'm trying to think if I've seen Gina Carano fight anybody hot.
Not that fucking hot.
No, not that hot. No, you know what's funny? Everyone's watching the show right now. These fuckers are keyboard warriors. What the hell? We're talking about arm bars, bro.
That's right. Go to fucking Luke Thomas or Robin Black or take your pick and they'll tell you about Rachel Ostovich's fucking ground control. I'm here to talk about her ass. You understand me? Who was it was talking about sucking parts out of her ass? I'm with Uncle Joey. I know that was Mackenzie Dern brought. Fucking Rachel Ostovich pisses on Mackenzie Dern.
Mackenzie Dern broke everyone's heart. Apparently, she has a boyfriend. Put it on fucking Instagram. Everyone's like, "Fuck!" Everyone
dope too.
Did you see what he looked like though? I was like, "Damn."
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure he threw me a beating, but still, he looks like a jerk.
That's why you know. Yeah, that's how you know it's love, though. Like she really likes this motherfucker. Like he must be funny as hell. I'll tell you that much. Anyway.
All right. Before do we agree? Does anybody have a pick for hotter fight before we move on? Can we just can the keyboard warriors champion this fight so that when they start going around and other people trying to take the credit, we can say we started this narrative that this is the hottest fight in MMA fucking history.
Easily. Easily the hottest fight. But
Kutalaba is who he was supposed to fight, by the way.
Honestly, only what?
Ion Kutalaba.
Right, Kutalaba, he got hurt.
Will you stop talking about the Incredible Hulk, Jesse, and join us in our fucking machizo macho shit for just a moment here?
I'm sorry, my wedding ring got in the way of this conversation. I'm sorry.
Jesse, stand-up guy, okay?
Spoken like a true sissy, Jay.
Hey, wait till we go to fucking Vegas. He's a stand-up guy all the time.
You know what? Jesse's smart. soon as this motherfucking live sound goes off, old Jesse will be like, "Fuck yeah, it's the hottest fight in goddamn history." Back.
I'm be my band watching the whole fight, just that one.
By the way, I have an idea for you guys. I want to put up a bet for our trip. And I know how you guys are terrible at picking fights, and so am I. So I want to see who the best one out of the worst is. And whoever wins this thing doesn't get to pay for drinks while we're in Vegas.
Damn.
Okay, I'm in.
How do you guys feel about this bet?
I'm in. What are we talking? Are we talking about like doing picks on fucking the fights up until then and then doing like a tally, or what are we doing?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm all in. But let's do just main card though. Let's not get fucking crazy, but just like main card.
Come on. Let's do the whole card. Why not get crazy?
That's a lot of work.
It's just too much work. Listen, I'll do the fucking whole card, but you keep track of all this bullshit. I'll send my fucking picks in card by card, but I ain't fucking keeping track of Eddie's fucking picks or that bullshit. I'm fucking too busy.
Oh fuck.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Let's do it. I'm down. Oh shit, Jeremiah wants to come hang out in Vegas apparently.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, wait, yeah, we're looking at October, hopefully October. So we'll get you details when it comes up, Jeremiah. Jesse's working on that. Anyway, all right. So yeah, dude, look, I only watched Invicta because Ostrovich would weigh in. God damn, she was so fun. Anyway,
listen,
but yeah,
not for nothing. She used to like my tweets.
Oh my god, do you remember that?
No, you did say something. You said something about her ass. Like you said something about her ass. I said
something about her ass, and she liked it. I'm just fucking saying. I'm just throwing it out there. And for the record, I never have put my hands on a woman.
Do you think that's the reason she got beat up, Fred? Do you think her man was looking through her life?
Oh, dude, now we're getting dark. Oh, we're getting dark.
If I seen a motherfucker like me, I could understand his you know, he should be disappointed. I get it.
That's just all fucked up. Now we're gonna get to like stupid ass shit. All right,
we're getting in the weeds now. All right, moving on. What was the next fight?
Moving on. Joseph, do you want to do picks now, like while we're on the show, or you want to like think about it just real quick?
It's up to you guys. I'm ready to go. You just want to do main event, right?
Fred?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
We're doing that? Okay, let's pick the first Glover Teixeira against Carl Roberson.
Oh, I mean, listen, Glover. I gotta go with Glover.
All right, I'm taking Glover as well. Jesse?
Carl Robertson.
No kidding.
Shit. So it begins. It begins already, Jack.
Jesse wants to start digging that hole a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jesse, I don't drink all that much usually, but I'm telling you right now, in Vegas, and for the record, if I win this shit and you guys are paying, I'm letting y'all know I'm drinking more just because you motherfuckers are paying. I am gonna stay shit housed if it's on y'all's dime. So you motherfuckers better pick with caution.
I'm the same fucking way, dude. I don't drink at all, but if I'm not paying for it, I'm drinking all of it.
I'm getting my fucking money's worth.
All of it to get drunk.
Man, I guess you guys are lucky.
Anyway, so are you keeping track of this, Jesse?
Oh, you want me to write it down?
I can write it down right now. Hold up. So Glover, it's me and Fred, and then Roberson is Jesse. Okay, all right. This is slowing the show down, but it's all good. All right, moving on to the Paige VanZant against Rachel Ostrovich. Paige VanZant's actually I think she's the favorite in this one, but I'm taking my big booty queen. I'm taking Miss Ostrovich to win this one.
I hate to keep going with Eddie on this one, but listen, there's no way I'm fucking going against Rachel Ostrovich. Which I mean, I do think that it seems like she's bigger than Paige.
She is. I think she looks like it.
Yeah, I could be wrong about that, but it just seems like she's a bigger girl than Paige. So, and their styles match up to where the more body mass should help her, I would imagine.
Plus, I think Paige VanZant has been like wildly overrated.
Fair.
Hey, Jesse.
Damn. Okay, Paige VanZant.
Damn, Jesse. You better be right.
Either Jesse's gonna pull up real big on us, or he's getting in the hole real quick, Jack.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like, do you play? You gamble, right, Jesse?
A lot.
Yeah. So he's in a game.
Jesus Christ. Well, there we go. Listen, what is it? Rule number whatever the fuck of the goddamn #1 handbook, Jack. 48 laws of power. We just found Jesse's thumb screw. Here it is. I didn't know he had one. We just found that motherfucker said. He said, "You like to gamble, right, Jesse?" a lot. The intensity with which he said that gave it all away.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Joseph Benavidez against Dustin Ortiz. Obviously, Joe B's been around for quite a while. Dustin Ortiz he pulls off fights when you don't expect him to, in my opinion. But this is a hard one for me to pick. Like I want to pick Joe B. I really do. Fuck, I don't know. Who you picking, Jesse? We'll go with you first since you're you're being all contrarian and
shit. This one's a hard one for me as well. Just because I really think Joseph Benavidez is probably the number 2 guy in that division. I don't even count Cejudo as a number 2 guy because he sucks. And he did lose to Joe B before, right? Split decision loss to
Cejudo?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Benavidez.
Okay, just Benavidez. Fred, who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm going with Joey B, Jack. I mean, Dustin Ortiz is cute, but get the fuck out of here. Joey B's still a top-notch fucking whatever. Are they fighting in flyweight? Can we?
Yeah, they're fighting in flyweight.
Joe B just signed a 4-fight fucking extension.
I mean, fair enough, but put him in bantamweight for Christ's sake. Stop with the flyweight shit.
Do you think that Cejudo can move up to 135 and actually like fight there?
Probably.
He can move up there and fight there. Do I think he's going to be a
win
champion or anything like that?
No.
For all of me, no. But I mean, I suppose we'll see.
I'll tell you what. If Cejudo can beat TJ this weekend, then he's going to go up to challenge TJ for his belt, and I think TJ fucks him up there. But we'll see what happens. All right. Gregor Gillespie against Yancy Medeiros. Easy pick for me. My boy Yancy is getting my pick.
I want to hear Fred's pick.
Gregor is the little Irish prick, right?
No, Gregor is
Australian or something, or English?
Okay, whatever. Fuck, same thing.
Right? Something like that, right?
Yeah, he's one of those European type little pricks. I just want to make sure I had the same fucking guy. But listen, I like Yancy and he's a tough guy, but I think that being tough is one of his main attributes, and I don't really fucking love that.
No, so you're taking Gregor?
Yep. What did you find out what he was? Was you looking, or was you just fucking off?
I'm working him right now.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you to say what that little motherfucker was.
Oh, he's American.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's one of those Boston Americans or some shit, probably. Fucking Irish 10 or something. Okay, whatever the fuck. Either way, I'm picking against Yancy. I like him, but I don't enjoy that his strongest attribute is his toughness.
Right. Look, fair enough. Gregor is 12-0 and Yancy's 15-5, but I like Yancy way better. Jesse?
Damn it, Fred. All right, Gregor Gillespie.
Hey now.
Oh, you fucking traitor. All right. Hawaiians are like second. I like Mexicans. All right. I don't know why the fuck you're hating.
Like, oh, they're brown too. What's your fucking problem, Jesse?
All right. Co-main event, the one we've been talking about earlier. Greg Hardy taking on Alan Crowder. Jesse, who you picking? Do it, Jesse. We know you're gonna do it.
This is a gimme for us.
Oh yeah.
Vegas, here we come, baby. Doubles a Jaeger on the house. Pick that other prick. I dare you, Jesse. I fucking double dare you.
All right, I'm picking Greg Hardy.
Oh,
what? Whoa, yo, Jesse really does fucking gamble hard. He's no. Fuck those girls, Jack.
Oh no,
you gotta go with the fucking.
Hey.
But he ain't gonna watch it though.
I'm watching it. I'm watching them.
You cute cocksucker. You still picked him though.
I ain't stupid.
I thought you was actually going to stick with the morals on this one.
My gambling ain't got shit on morals. Fuck all that.
Yeah, he's like, I won't watch him, but if we're betting, I'm betting the house on him. Well, listen, at the end of the day, you're right. This fucking fight, I would be extremely shocked if Greg Hardy lost this fight, right? Like, this is fucking his showcase fight to win. That's why he's here. That's why he's the co-main event on this new ESPN Plus platform. Like, the whole most of it. Like, surely he's going to win this fucking fight. Tell you what, if he doesn't win this fight, he's fucking curtains. Because he's already come with a lot of baggage that ain't nobody really trying to deal with. We'll deal with it if he's a winner. But let me tell you something, Jack. Here in America, we don't like fucking losers. And we'll deal with some bullshit, but like, you got to keep winning. To harken back to what we talked about before the podcast, look at how much bullshit we put up with R. Kelly because he was a winner. Fucker believed he could fly. He was lighting up the ignition. We all just on little girls because of it. Fuck it. Like, you got to win, though, dog. If he comes out and lays an egg, Greg Hardy's fucking done.
Hey, you can see Jesse saying, like, hey, look, man, if you don't watch that fucking documentary, Bump and Grind's still a jam. Anyway, also, I'm picking, obviously, Greg Hardy as well, but fuck that dude. You guys know, fuck Greg Hardy, but I'll watch the fight, shit. But Alan Crowder also got knocked out in his UFC debut in the first fucking round by Justin Willis. So they gave someone that can. They gave Greg Hardy basically not a gimme, but they're basically pitching under him.
Closest thing they could give him to a gimme.
Yeah. Like the only gimme they give is to put the fucking ball on the tee right there. But no, here you go, Greg. It's all you.
Can I change my pick then?
What?
Sure.
Seeing as how the MMA gods might be looking down favorably upon Greg Hardy's opponent here.
Yeah, you picking Crowder?
No, I'll stick.
There is no fucking God. You better stay put, Jesse. Crowder's fucking getting sacrificed, Jack.
You sticking with Hardy?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, main event time. Henry Cejudo against TJ Dillashaw, 125 pounds. Look, I've been a stickler with the whole weight thing. I really have. Not only because fucking 10 pounds. I mean, look, 135 is already a little bit of a shitty cut for TJ, but 10 extra pounds to cut is kind of a motherfucker. Walking around looking like goddamn Skeletor. He looks worse than Conor did, like the week of a fight. I'm expecting him to look near dead on Friday, but they have been very methodical according to all the shit they've been putting out with TJ's cut. They've even put out, so I forgot who put out a chart of how he's doing it. He's getting real scientific about it. But my thing is how diminishing returns, right? Like, how much can he have on Saturday, strength and speed-wise? Towards Cejudo's used to 125, right? He's fast and strong right there. Will TJ lose his own speed and strength or power or whatever at 125 pounds? That's the biggest question for me. I don't doubt that he can make the weight. I just don't know if he can actually perform on Saturday to the best of his ability. But he's talking like he will. So, Jesse, who are you picking?
All right. This one's really, really tough just because of one statistic that got thrown out today.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening. I forgot who I was listening to, but they were saying that in all the super fights, the champ fights, the lighter fighter has won all of them.
The guy that's used to the weight cut, to the weight. Oh no, the lighter guy. What do you mean,
the lighter guy? So the one that's moving up to fight.
Oh, okay.
So like you're saying, Eddie, the whole 10 pounds is just a big X factor for me. And I almost want to reserve my pick until Friday, at least to see if both of these guys make weight. Just because of the fact that Henry Cejudo, we already know he has a history with missing weight. Right. And TJ, he's never fought at this weight, and it's different, right? You can attest to this. Even if your weight cut is going great up until the last 2 pounds, 1 pound, that could be the death of you. Your body might just stop giving that up, and there's no way for you to cut that extra pound. Yep. And he's got to hit 125 on the dot, no 126. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with Dillashaw.
All right. Dillashaw going against our people. I will not forget that, Jesse. All right, Fred, who are you picking?
Like I said, we're gambling here, so
yeah.
Listen, Jesse talked a whole bunch of bullshit there to say the goddamn truth of the matter. Henry Cejudo is about to get his ass whooped. Now listen, what this probably means is that Henry Cejudo is going to win this fight, because every time that I am fucking absolutely sure about something in this sport, it ends up just not being true. And I'll tell you what, Jack, I don't see how Henry Cejudo wins this fight. I don't see how he wins this fight.
Wait. I got to change my pick now because TJ's going to get knocked out in the first round.
No, it's too late now.
Clearly that's what's going to happen. Now I'm just talking it up. But for me, unless that weight cut just kills TJ, are you guys crazy? I mean, anybody out there that's actually picking Henry Cejudo to win this, and I get it. Like, calm down. I get it. Anything can happen in MMA. Maybe he could use his wrestling, blah, blah, blah. But when you look at their previous fights, y'all tell me what makes you think that Henry Cejudo is actually going to beat TJ Dillashaw.
Okay.
I mean,
I can tell you that.
Go ahead.
I knew you would, Jesse. I knew it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, for one, he's Mexican, so you know.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That changes my whole fucking thought process. But
no. The big thing about Henry Cejudo is that he's super young in his MMA career. So the leaps and bounds that he's made and improvements that he's made up until this point have been pretty gigantic. And he's just gotten better and better as a mixed martial artist. And so for me, I think if you're going to pick Henry Cejudo as the winner here, it's because you think that he has been able to surpass what TJ Dillashaw has been able to do in his long career. And I could see how that would work, because you've got an Olympic type wrestler, you know, who's a gold medalist, who really knows and understands the wrestling game. Now he's implemented that a lot better over the last couple fights than when he first started fighting. You know what I'm saying? So his improvement has shown so well that he's actually become a pretty decent, like, all-around fighter. Not just a wrestler that knows how to throw some strikes, but he's actually become a mixed martial artist. So I think that's where a lot of people would probably pick Henry Cejudo. But like you said, Fred, I think the main brain behind TJ Dillashaw, which is what's his name?
Dwayne Ludwig.
Yeah, Ludwig. You know, he just has always such a smart game plan, and he gives them all the knowledge that he never used himself, and it just works for TJ. And I think that's the it factor. But there are ways that Henry Cejudo can win this fight.
I just don't see it, dog. I think Cody Garbrandt is way more dangerous than Henry Cejudo. I think Dominic Cruz is way more dangerous than Henry Cejudo.
He lost to Dominic
by a cunt hair, and that was debatable. And he didn't get fit. You know what I mean? But that's my point, though. Is like, it's just, I feel like those cats are just on a different level. I could be wrong, but that's just straight up my opinion. I just feel like those type of cats are bigger and just better than Henry Cejudo at MMA. Now, I know that Henry has a great wrestling game, Olympic gold medal, but, you know, again, I just rewatched that last fight with Mighty Mouse, and, you know, he came out, who's the fucking grappling prick that he beat up on the feet that everybody started getting their panties wet calling him a striker? Who? Henry Cejudo. Before he fought Mighty Mouse, he fought somebody and lit him up on the feet, and he was fucking doing the Lyoto Machida, and everybody started... Wilson Hayes. Yeah,
that's right. But then he subbed him, didn't he? Oh no, sorry. That was
he knocked him out. He was doing the whole fucking this kind of bullshit with his hands, and he was doing a little bit of that bullshit with DJ.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something right the fuck right now. He better not. He better not start waving his hands around doing all this kind of bullshit with DJ. I'm telling you, I know I be getting a lot of shit wrong, and I be guessing a lot of fights wrong. I'm fucking telling you, if that cute little prick starts waving his hands around in there with TJ, he is going to get fucking touched up.
You want to bet your beard on that?
Yeah. I will bet my fucking beard on that all day long.
you still gotta pay that bet, by the way, still. But
kiss my ass, the hair stays.
Tell me.
School is dead weight. But the beard I will put on the line for realsies.
Okay, so your bet is you will shave your beard if Cejudo wins? Is that what you're saying? Or if he knocks
exactly what I'm saying. Right now on this podcast, I am saying,
oh shit.
And it's cold here in Ohio too, Jack. I ain't on the West Coast with you motherfuckers. It's fucking cold up here.
I bet.
Beards on the line Saturday night. If that cute little Mexican prick wins, Sunday morning I'll be bald as a baby's ass.
Fred, let me just tell you something real quick. The only thing that scares me about this fight, and which is why it was so hard for me to pick TJ, is the fact that TJ has been preparing for a guy like Cody. And he hasn't really prepared for a guy like Cejudo. And Cejudo had to prepare for Mighty Mouse, a guy that's very good at MMA. All around MMA, just like savant, right? He can do the takedowns, he can do the clinch, he can do the striking, he can do everything, submissions, everything. TJ, all he's had to learn is how to avoid getting hit by a big looping punch and then counter punch. Cejudo's not the guy that's going to just run in and throw caution to the wind and, you know, bite down on his mouthpiece and throw. He's a guy that's going to be a lot more strategic. And I could see this fight, really honestly, I could see this fight being the most boring, you know, fight in the entire universe, worse than that DJ fight, and yet Cejudo coming out with the win. that's how I could see it going for Cejudo.
I don't know. Sell me on it, Eddie. I know you're going to pick your brown brother. Tell me how Cejudo actually wins this fight, because I ain't buying that bullshit.
Joey beat me to it. Joey Tremendous saying Cejudo's going to bore us to a win. Dana will be pissed. That's exactly what's going to happen. Cejudo's going to fucking take TJ down. Okay, he's not going to take him down right away, obviously. TJ can wrestle. Let's not fuck around. Okay. I am sticking to TJ not having the same kind of gas tank that he normally has. I don't think he can go 5 fucking rounds at 125. I think Cejudo is going to be running around like goddamn mighty, like fucking, whatever, as fast as possible, get the fuck away from TJ, gas him out, and then fucking take him down and beat him up in the last 3 rounds. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what we're doing. I think Cejudo's going to fuck him up on the ground. It's not because TJ can't handle himself on the ground and wrestle, but because Cejudo's going to just tire him out. If Cejudo could just survive and not get knocked the fuck out, right, for the first couple rounds, I could see TJ gassing out. Or at least get real tired to Cejudo, gets that advantage, takes him down, and just bores the fuck out of us to a win, man. That's what I think is going to happen. So I'm taking Cejudo to retain and piss off Dana White like Cejudo, like George Moore said. Oh, yeah, and Joey, go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
What did he say?
He says, Eddie, bet your beard for Cejudo to win. I'm like, nope. Nope. I haven't.
Boy.
I'd be the first one to say, fuck no. I have not been clean shaven since 9th grade. Yeah. So it's over what, like 15 years, whatever it is of
doing that. And listen, if you was gonna bet it, Cejudo ain't the bet, Jack. He might pull off that bullshit you just said, but I swear he's gonna get touched up.
Yeah, look, man, I believe in my homeboy, but shit, you think I bet my beard on that shit? I'd bet my beard on like,
dude, on some real shit though. We ain't never seen TJ fight like that. Out by John Dotson, but he got hit clean. When have we ever seen TJ just took him down, beat up, pressed to get, like, ain't nobody ever done that to TJ. Not to the best of my record. Like at 35.
Not at 35.
Who?
Dominic.
Man, will you shut the fuck up? Dominic did no such thing. That fight was razor thin.
Yeah, but he stifled him, put him up against the cage, beat him up. I believe he did take him down in that fight too.
That fight was fucking razor thin. I'm saying dominating. Like, in order for fucking Cejudo to win this fight, I think he's going to really need to dominate him in the grappling department.
Really? You think so?
Yeah. Are you fucking high? Hey, listen, Dominic Cruz has top-notch striking. That mattered tremendous. Like, Henry Cejudo's bullshit-ass boxing is not going to worry TJ in the slightest. Styles make fights. The reason that Dominic Cruz was able to have success with his grappling is because his striking is so dangerous and his movement. Henry don't got those pluses, dog. Henry is going to get touched the fuck up on them feet.
I think you, and I hope TJ isn't listening to you, are underestimating Cejudo. Like I said, he's been improving slowly but surely. And remember, I'm sure, Fred, I'm sure before the Conor Khabib fight, if I told you Khabib was going to sit Conor on his ass with a punch, you would have said, nope, never going to happen. Nope, never going to happen. And then what happened in the fight? Bam. He caught him, put him down.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
I know.
It's not exactly a fair comparison.
The logic happens. I know.
It's not exactly a fair comparison, but whatever. I get your point. Anything can happen, but Conor's way more cocky and cute than TJ. TJ takes fights a lot more seriously. I don't think that TJ is going to try to toy with Henry at all. I think from the word jump, he's going to come out, be super elusive, super on his game like he always is. And I just think, here's the bottom line. I think TJ's striking and movement on his feet is monumentally ahead of Henry Cejudo's, to the point where I don't think he even gets his grappling game going, because every time he gets close, he gets touched up. That's what I think with this fight. We'll see.
Here's the thing. You're right. I don't think TJ at 135 has ever been dominated on the ground, right? He's such a good goddamn wrestler. I think people forget that he can wrestle his ass off.
Right. That's another thing. He can't wrestle with Henry, but he can he's not gonna be like a fish out of water.
He's not gonna be Habib McGregor, where McGregor's taken down, he's looking at his coach like the shit we worked on ain't working. What do I do?
Exactly.
So yeah, it's not that, but I just think it comes down to the energy factor. Like, how much does he have left in the gas tank? And Robert Cersei says Cejudo can have a chance because of weight cut of TJ only. So he's betting on TJ having a real rough weight cut. And then Jeremiah says, I bet Cejudo will be the bigger fighter come fight night. Very possible. Very possible. I mean, how much can TJ put back on? You know what I mean?
Safely.
Put back on safely. Because people think you can just, as soon as you weigh in, you sit down, you start eating fucking everything and drinking water, and you're okay. No, you can get sick real fucking fast doing that.
Right,
so
right.
you gotta rehydrate probably more carefully than you cut weight. Or as careful as you have to. As careful as you gotta become weight is just as careful you gotta be putting it back on, because you can fuck yourself up doing that.
Listen, y'all all can kiss my fucking ass. Max Holloway almost died cutting weight, and then he came out and beat the fucking dog shit out of Brian Ortega. So fuck that weight cut shit. I'm fucking banking on the TJ Dillashaw, motherfucking Killashaw that we have seen in the cage is who shows up, and Henry Cejudo is going to wish that he didn't ask for that smoke because he about to get it.
Shit, Olympic gold medalist 2 times. So 2 times, right, Jesse? Twice?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, cool. All right, well, yeah, that's our ESPN Plus, I guess pre-show, pre-fight show. Hopefully everyone makes weight, dude. Who fucking knows these cards? I could see being the first ESPN card being a disaster on the scale.
I think I saw a meme that said that every time TJ talks about how he's on weight and everything's going well, something said like the MMA guys just get a smirk on their face.
Like, hold my beer, bitch. Hold my beer. All right. Try to pull up. So you said, all right, another story, Jesse. You said Combate México has already announced their Mexico card.
Yeah, they're doing the first event of 2019 on February 8th, live on DAZN, of course. Okay. It's gonna be coming to you live from Mexicali, Baja California.
That's not a far drive for you if you're trying to go. No, never mind. That's a far drive for you. It's not a far drive for me, but I'm not going.
I'll never go to Mexico. I'm sorry,
bro. You can hang. Your Spanish is good. You're dark enough. You good?
Nah.
You just can't. Can't dress like.
I like Eddie's obvious morals and then logic. Like, yeah, I don't fuck with Greg Hardy, but if we're betting, I got it. Like, from my house, I'm the biggest Brown supporter in the world. But as far as actually going to Mexico, y'all kiss my ass. Like, I fuck with them from afar. I ain't risking my life.
Oh no! I've had this chance for a long time. Like, I will not go to Mexico. You cannot. There's nothing you can give me or promise me that I will go to Mexico. Nope.
Me and Jesse have talked about this like on end, and it's always the funniest shit. Like, he just will not go, like, ever.
He's like, nah, I'm a real Chicano. Like, I'm a
like
Mexican American. Y'all keep that real Mexican shit for y'all.
Look. Here's the thing. I've worked before at places where there's a lot of Mexicans, like real Mexicans.
Yeah.
And they all hate me. They all hate me because I'm too whitewashed. I grew up with a lot of white people. So my Spanish comes off like really weird to them, even though I'm brown as hell. And you can even tell by the way I talk right now.
Yeah.
I'm way too Californian. So when I say bro and dude and stuff like that, it's not gonna go well.
They look at you all sideways like, "What the fuck? Where you from, motherfucker?" Like, nah, dude, fucking. It's funny. Like, when we were kids, because my brother and my sister were born here. I was born in Mexico, and I remember one time the first time we drove to Mexico from Phoenix. We were driving by, we drove through all the nice houses in Phoenix and shit, whatever the fuck, everything normal. When we got to Mexico, my brother looks around and goes, he like saw all the shit fucking houses that are down there. When we drive to certain parts of my hometown, it's like modern, and then it's total shit, like shacks and shit at some parts, right? And so like that's kind of where my family is kind of from, that area, the shit part. And we're driving through, my brother looks at the houses, he's like, people live in those? But before that, he was like, yeah, I'm Mexican. It's the funniest shit ever. Like, you turn, you realize who you really are when you go down to the hood. Fuck. Straight up, dude. The funny thing is that I used to go like not often. I've been going more regularly recently, but I blend, so I'm cool.
See, I think Fred would probably do better in Mexico than me.
Listen, you're crazy as fuck. I'm with you, fucking Jesus. I ain't keep my white ass down there. I ain't got no reason to go. I'm cool on Mexico. There's a whole lot of parts of this world I ain't seen. There's a whole bunch of other shit that I can go do first.
Yeah, you know what's fucking funny is I kind of there's two places I want to go to that people never want to go to, and one's Moscow. I want to see Red Square one time, just once, and then I want to go to, if they ever open it for like safe travel, North Korea. Yeah, I just want to see.
You know, I want to see like right?
Fuck that! You go in there, they're watching you in your hotel room and shit. You even utter anything like somewhat criticizing North Korea, and they lock your ass up real fast, talking about we found you doing some crazy shit, and they put you in like hard labor for 10 years.
Right. But you realize you can go, right? You just gotta mind your P's and Q's.
I said safely, dude. That's not safe. I talk too much shit, bro. That's not safe at all. Shit. Oh, you know what I want to go to? I want to go to Cuba though. That'd be legit. God
damn, you a wild motherfucker, Eddie. You just named a whole bunch. Y'all can keep all that. I ain't got no desire to go to any.
Eddie's over here like, hey, I heard the beaches in Fallujah are pretty nice. I want to go there.
Fallujah's beaches?
Moscow and Cuba. Hell nah. Moscow, Cuba, Mexico. Y'all can keep all that shit. What's happening with some Tahiti?
Time out. You wouldn't want to go to Havana? It's like safe now. You can go to Havana.
Well, I tell you what. You go to Havana, and I'll watch your Instagram stories. How about that?
and once you stop reporting back, then Fred will know. Nope, not going there.
Yeah. Then I'll report like, yeah, my homie Eddie's in Cuba somewhere. I don't know what y'all gonna do about it.
I work on my Cuban accent so I can blend there too.
Anyway, trying to put this train back on the track.
Oh, my
bad. They announced the event for Mexico. Main event is going to be Rafa Garcia against Edgar Nasty Boy Escarrega, and then
those are not the heavyweights, are they?
No. I think it's lightweight, and then they have this jiu-jitsu guy. I don't know. I didn't recognize the name. Maybe you'll recognize it. Misael Inaritu, nickname Pitbull, because there's not enough Pitbull nicknames out there in the world. But he's making his promotional debut. He's from, I guess, Chihuahua, Mexico. So,
I think he's fought MMA before. I can't remember where.
Yeah, I think his record is 6-2. He's a Phoenix guy, by the way. So
yeah. That's why I like. Fuck, I can't remember where I've seen him for. Whatever. I think I might have heard him in like World Fighting Federation. There's a local small. That's exactly where I remember him from. WFF around here in Phoenix is like a local promotion. Let me fucking look up. Yeah, that's right. I seen him beat someone by heel hook, and I kind of marked out when he did. That was like that was a couple years ago though, so I don't remember the last time he fought. Let me see. I got his record. Last time he fought. What up?
Basically, they have an 11 fight card already on deck for that card. So 11 fights, a couple of those guys in there. So yeah.
Hey, if you go down to Mexicali, get yourself some tacos, man. They got some good ass food down there. Shit.
Like my friend over here, Fred said, I'm good on Mexico. There's plenty of other places.
Jesse, drive down to Phoenix one day. Me and you will go just across the border, just to Nogales, and get some real fucking food. You'll see it's not that bad. Just bring your passport, bro. They might not believe us on the way back.
Jesse, like, this motherfucker ain't getting it, Jack. Not with you, not on a bike, not on the moon.
I'm not flying over there. I'm not getting catapulted over the wall. None of that shit. Shit, boy. All right. Cool. All right. Anything else we can talk about MMA related? I guess.
I actually have a deep question. I actually our good buddy Ashley, the MMA nerd, always asked for questions during the week, and I asked her a question that I wanted to present to you guys. Actually, there's two questions that I kind of wanted to ask you guys. So the first one from that I asked Ashley was, if Cejudo beats TJ on Saturday, what kind of legacy can Cejudo have in a division that's basically on life support?
What kind of legacy?
Yeah, because DJ basically is the flyweight champion, the king, who dominated for how many fights in a row? Has the most title defenses in a row, right?
Right.
Is it possible for Cejudo to even come close to that, even come halfway to that.
Okay, I'll say this. Look, I'll say this much, and I know I'm picking Cejudo to win and everything, but should he win this fight? Should he lose this fight? We will forget about Cejudo unless he makes some crazy comeback at 135, I think. But should he win this fight? It doesn't matter because he's never going to surpass everything that DJ did. And to me, it just sucks, right? But he's never going to surpass anything Demetrius Johnson did ever. And, if they kill off a division, it's just going to be forgotten. Okay. But, yeah, dude, it's not, no. His legacy is going to be one that he was that one guy that beat DJ barely once. And if he beats TJ, it'll be nice. It'll be bigger. It'll be nicer. But no one's really excited about 125, man. Like, even right now, people barely talk about DJ as the best fighter ever, of all time, or the best fighter on the planet. They still talk about John Jones, whether or not he's cheap. So it's I don't know. What do you think, Fred?
Here's the reality, man. All wins are not created equal.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. The problem that Henry has, here's the truth. It matters how he wins. It's not just if he beats TJ. If he beats TJ in the same manner that he beat DJ, I don't think anybody really gives two wet farts, to be honest. How many people really care that he beat DJ? Now, had he knocked DJ the fuck out in the second, if he had bloodied and battered DJ and then slept him on the cage, I just feel like our opinion would be so much different. And then if he goes in and does that to TJ, hypothetically, in this alternate universe, then it's a whole different vibe. Now, if he does come out and knock out TJ, that'll be a big statement, but he still barely beat DJ. So, not much is the answer. How he wins is very important. If he knocks TJ out, that's a pretty impressive statement.
Right.
And we'll see what happens if he can go to 35 and do it again or whatever. Then we'll have a different discussion. If he barely beats TJ, I mean, it's cute, but like, who gives a fuck, really? It's important, I guess. Like,
right.
Beating TJ Dillashaw is a big deal. But like, for me, I hate to be a stickler, but like, if Henry wants to really wow me and really get me fired up about him, he needs to destroy TJ and knock him out. He needs to beat him in his own game. I don't want to see fucking Henry out wrestle TJ. Like, if he wants to turn me into a believer, he needs to come out and put some Mike Tyson type hands on TJ,
right?
And have him on, was the little prick's name, the magician, John Dotson. He needs to pull a John Dotson and knock TJ out. For me, that would be pretty impressive. But he short of that, his legacy isn't going to be too fantastic. I mean, it'll be okay, but not great.
Jesse, what do you think?
Yeah, I think what Fred said is correct about the wins, but I also think the other thing that hurts Cejudo is that DJ is no longer there. So he could never prove that he is actually better than his greatest nemesis, right? Because he'll never get that rematch unless they fold the division, then he goes to one as well and goes over there and beats up DJ. So, I mean, to me, it like Fred said, he has to do something to stamp his name on this. He has to beat TJ in a way that gets everyone's attention, and then he has to do something with that attention. Because let's say he does that, right? Let's say he stomps out TJ one round, knocks him out. And then in his next fight, he goes back to just wrestling and just wet blanket everybody. That's not going to do much, He has to do something great in this fight. And then with that momentum, keep moving forward and, stamp his own legacy. Like Fred was saying, though, before, with DJ, move up and dominate the next division. Do something that the last guy didn't do or didn't want to do. Do something so different and so unique that they go, DJ who? Oh, yeah, the guy that defended his title in the weakest division, so many times. Oh, yeah, but then Cejudo took it over and he went up, he destroyed the next division, blah, blah, blah. He has to do something that stands out. Other than that, it's just, like you said, it's just going to be a nothing existence for him.
Yeah. What was the other question?
The other question was, who who was the fighter that didn't fight who lost the most because of not fighting or non-activity last year?
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Dana White will tell you Tyron Woodley, but go ahead.
I'll give you. Well, no, he did fight last year.
Yeah, but Dana White's like, I'm gonna strip him anyway. Fuck him. He's been fought since 2018. I'm joking. It's a stupid joke.
I'll go with GSP. I think GSP could have had a great year. Could have been, in discussion for the best ever. But now we're back to John Jones, the cheater, right? Like you were saying earlier. Now we're not talking about GSP. We're not talking about DJ. We're not talking about any of those guys. We're talking about John Jones. And GSP had the unique opportunity to be a champ and do something with it. And he didn't. He could have even come back and fought Connor, probably, if he wanted to. Or Tyron Woodley. Or anybody, for that matter. And kind of just been out there and been in discussion. I think he's the one that has lost the most for not fighting last year.
Did John Jones fight in 2018?
Yeah, at the end of the year.
That fight was in December. No,
in December
31st.
Yeah,
that counts.
You know what? Fuck you. It don't count. Bullshit. He's still my fucking pick. Partly because I don't got a better name that springs right to my head. But fuck him sliding in at the witch's hour at the very end.
Wait, Fred, wait. I don't want you to give me that crap ass opinion. Let me throw out some names. And then you can tell me, you can pick one of those and then you can run with it.
All right, fair enough.
Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, Cain Velasquez. What was another one?
The Diaz brothers and Cain.
That's pretty much the three that didn't fight last year that could have. That just.
I mean, I guess in that pick, it's probably Nate, because I just feel like he's actually, could get a big fight in the division. They've probably been trying to make big fights with him in the division for a month of Sundays. So definitely Nate on that list. But me personally, kind of Nick. Like, I really want to see Nick fight again. I'm just fucking at this point, I'm kind of genuinely curious about Nick. I'm pretty sure Nate's still Nate. Like, if he did fight again, I think we all pretty much know what to expect of Nate. Nick is kind of he hasn't fought in a really long time. I still would imagine he's still Nick, but that's just a Nick Diaz fight is intriguing on a billion different levels to me right now. So that's the one I want to see. But as far as like who kind of missed the most, Nate, that's I'm glad that you said that. I kind of forgot that. I mean, Nate Diaz is probably the number one answer for a question like this. He probably could have fought 3 times and made millions of dollars and hell potentially be the champ. You know what I mean? Like he could have did the damn thing this year. And to the best of my knowledge, he wasn't hurt. He just sat out waiting for a better opportunity, I suppose.
Yeah, look, man. I want to say Nick Diaz. As soon as you asked the question, that was my first thought. Nick Diaz, right? The difference between Nick and Nate is just like Fred said. Nate has fought more recently, way more recently, right? And Nick hasn't fought since UFC 183, the Silva fight. Because that's after that is when he got unjustly banned for weed and all that stupid shit. But I'll tell you this: when they announced, the UFC announced that he was going to fight Jorge Masvidal at UFC 235, I immediately started working on getting my ass over there, and I'm still going to that card. Because it turns out that card is going to be, they're saying it's going to be fire, so I'm hoping it will be. But when they said Nick Diaz is going to fight Jorge Masvidal, I was pumped. I didn't care if it was a co-main. I didn't care if it was the first fight on the main card. It wouldn't have been. It would have been a co-main. But I was down to see that fight because he's legit one of my favorite fighters of all time. Like it legit, between him, Kane, and Nate. Unfortunately, all my favorites are fucking, they just either get hurt or don't fight. But I'm gonna go with so I can't say Nick because he hasn't fought forever. And if you watch his Instagram story, you don't see him fighting in a while. He's in shape. He looks like he's in shape. He doesn't look like he got out of shape. But when you're spending most of your time out in Vegas partying and drinking and shit and getting pissed off and, saying, no, I'm not fighting that motherfucker. I didn't agree to that when everyone else saying you did, even though we know using the strong arm tactics to get guys to accept fights. But I can't say that he lost much because he hasn't done anything in a few years. He's just been like a name we want to see. I think Nate. I would say Nate. And Cain Velasquez has been hurt. There's no way around it. He's just been injured. There's nothing you can do about that. So I would say Nate. And even that's kind of iffy because he was supposed to fight Dustin. Dustin got hurt. You know what I mean? You don't have to accept a short notice fight if you don't want to. You know what I mean? A lot of guys have said, "Nah, fuck that. I'm not fighting no short notice," and they don't get shit. What?
No, but I'm saying, yeah, but I think I agree with you guys. I picked the GSP pick because I think, like I said, he could have had a good career over
185.
And Diaz is the same thing. Nate Diaz especially because he's a name, he's a marquee name, and he has a built-in crowd already. People just want to see them fight. Like Fred said, even a Nick Diaz fight, even the possibility of a Nick Diaz fight got everybody excited. You know, and I'm sure those ticket sales went through, you know, the Google search for that fight card, where it was going to be, hotel searches, all that stuff probably went through the roof up until the whole, you know, well, he ain't fighting, you know, and then
that pissed me off.
You could just tell that like the MMA fandom is ready and willing to circle around these guys and like just put them on our shoulders and, you know, run them out into the street screaming and yelling when they win a fight or even get into a fight, you know? So, but eventually that whole, you know, that whole goodwill with the fans is going to wear off. And I think that's where they're hurting themselves the most, is the goodwill of the fans just starting to wean and starting to just be like, you know what? I don't even care if they fight anymore.
Right. And I think that's more specifically Nate fans that are like starting to think like that. I think Nick fans are like, whatever, this guy fights again, great. If not, whatever, moving on. Right. But I think it was, I would have to pick Nate on that one just for the fact that he could have done a lot this last year. But I understand, you know, if you believe you're worth a certain amount, I believe you go get that amount. You know what I mean? And if they're not offering it, I can't knock the man for not taking the fight. You know what I mean? Everyone's been talking about, well, Conor made $100 million against Mayweather. I don't know what he made against Khabib, but probably a shit ton more. But, you know, Conor made $100 million. Well, who knows if he ever fight? Nate made millions too. Who knows if he ever gets a fucking fight? You know what I mean? It's kind of the same argument. So as far as that goes anyway. So
although Nate. To put a bow on this whole Nick and Nate thing, it is to steal a phrase which is probably patented, so they'll probably try to sue us or something, from old Luke Thomas, kind of promotional malpractice that these gentlemen would be not taking fights at this point in their career because now they're the big draws.
Yep.
Like they finally worked themselves into a position to where they could be headlining cards and being huge draws, and they've chosen now to not fight. It's kind of like, damn, guys, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
All those moments that you spent, the brawl in Nashville, all the moments that have made us love the Diaz brothers, now's the time to cash in on it, guys. Fight. Win, lose, or draw. If y'all just show up and fight, y'all got, dude, Nick Diaz could come back and lose. Nick and Nate could come back and lose 3 fights in a row, and we'd give them at least 3 fights where we would tune in and be like, all right, because you know they're going to be fun, even if they lose. They'll be fun brawls. So, like, win, lose, or draw, y'all come back, fight 3 times, y'all headline cards, y'all fucking make a ton of money, get a bunch of fucking pussy. Like, live your fame up, dog. Y'all aren't, you know, the window will be closing, especially for Nick. He's getting up there in age. Like
34, 35.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, come back and capitalize on the stardom that y'all spent your whole career building up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah, I just wonder what the UFC offers them to fight. That's like, you know what I mean?
Gotta offer them something fair, man. Good. I mean, because they know they're fucking draws. What the fuck? I mean,
I don't know, man. Well, you never know with the Diaz brothers, man. They just pop up out of nowhere sometimes. So the one thing you can't say about them is they never pull out of fights, like ever. It's you know, if a Diaz brother don't fight, it's because their opponent pulled out. So
it's true.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we head out?
No, I think that's it. That does it.
All right.
We'll just watch the fights this Saturday. Finally, we got some fights. We had no fights like fucking 2 weeks, so I'm dying.
2 weeks off. 2 weeks off. It was nice and quiet. I enjoyed it, but I'm ready for some fights too. All right,
Fred. If on your Instagram you could please post the finishes so then I could watch them.
And then get banned.
I will
get banned.
Never doing that on Instagram. Although my Twitter's lit, so you know, Eddie will be giving those out to you soon. Make sure you take the note of that. Follow me on Twitter, and I will post the motherfuckers there. You understand me?
All right, let's check out the headlines. Stephen Thompson against Anthony Pettis in the work for UFC Nashville. I thought I saw something about Jeremiah's going to try and go to that. So, Yeah, that sounds good. Darren Till against Jorge Masvidal to headline UFC London. I thought it was going to be Leon Edwards. But on the same note, Leon Edwards is fighting Gunnar Nelson on the same card as the co-main event.
Ooh,
yeah. Nice. Pro Gonzalez against Vanessa Porto for vacant flyweight title at Invicta 34. You right there, Jesse?
Yeah, sorry.
Is it raining?
Yeah, dude, it's pouring out here.
Damn, we just had that like yesterday. And then Edson Barboza against Justin Gaethje agreed on for UFC Philadelphia. It's an ESPN card. So
nice.
So a lot of pretty solid matches coming up here soon.
Yeah,
all right. And that's it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Robert, Xerxes, Joey Tremendous, Raider was here, Jeremiah was here, a bunch of other people were here hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Follow Kirby at Kirby_MMA. Jesse is at Spawat 1983. I'm at Ep.130. The show is at Keyboard MMA. Shout out to RepTheWarriors.com. Get yourself some gear. And SpicesPros.com. Use New Year 2019 for I think 10% off, something like that. That's what we're telling you. So, all right. Y'all are the shit. We love you guys. Have a good night. Good night, Wilshire.